Hey guys, what's going on? Ninja Nuta here, and we're playing the new Section 13 game, and I have a lot of good things to say about it. So, I believe it just came out today, and overall, it's a lot of fun. And usually, I don't like these sort of games, there's a lot of talking, but there's actually not a lot of talking in this one. You do have a chat in the game, so you can talk to other players, as I don't believe there's headset capabilities, but I'm not sure. Over our character on the right hand side, you could see all the different characters, and they have a red symbol, and the other person, Sparkle, does not have one of those. So I'm not quite sure, because it looks like some sort of communication com. But anyways, it took me quite a while to get a grasp of an understanding for the game. So some of the things that you're going to be encountering are different mechanisms, and there's some ghostly enemies you're going to be fighting, and you won't be able to do damage to them unless, I believe, a special gun is equipped. And this game is incredibly challenging. That's something I noticed right away, so that's worth noting. And it's important to note, if you're going to be playing in a multiplayer match and you're going to go online, if you don't have other people with you, all the difficulties are increased. So it doesn't really matter that you're alone, so hopefully other people join you. And I've noticed that it doesn't seem there's a lot of people playing the game yet, so if you get stuck all by yourself, it's going to be even more challenging. And some of the bosses can be a little bit overwhelming, especially since there's all these guys going to be chasing after you. So it's really important to incorporate teamwork while you're playing the game. Other things that I sort of noticed is that you're going to be collecting different items while you play that are going to be essential to you leveling up during a match, and also once you go back to your sort of safe zone, which is basically the starting area. But as you play, you'll also have access to some of those things to upgrade weapons while you're inside. And there's just lots of different things to upgrade while you're playing, so I don't want to get too technical into that, because that's almost an entirely different discussion. But it's worth noting that there are lots of different enemies as well as parts of the game. We actually encountered a really cool elevator where we sort of had to survive for a certain amount of time while it took us down, which was a really cool thing. And it was really challenging, which I sort of noted before. You have to use the space bar to jump backwards a lot of times to evade the zombies, as they can do quite quick damage. And the only way I really noticed to get more HP is you got these little boxes sometimes, or other players I've noticed sort of have healing abilities. I really haven't quite figured out how that works. I tried to find a little bit of information online, but I wasn't able to find anything. But there's lots of upgrades that can be done, but you're going to have to keep playing through the game, and multiple playthroughs are going to be required to sort of get your character more geared up as you progress. And that's essential, as it's going to make your weapons more powerful, unlock new weapons, start you out with more credits when you jump inside of a game. There's offline and online, and we're actually having a lot of fun with the game. And it's not what I expected. It's a lot better than I really expected. So if you haven't played, I would definitely recommend it. And if you've got a group of friends that you like to play games with, this is definitely going to be one of them. It's $16.99 to buy the game, but I think it's really worth it. One of my biggest things I thought I was going to encounter was going to be a lot of talking, but there's actually not that much. Initially, in the beginning of the game, there's a little bit of talking, which concerned me, and then it sort of just went away. But obviously that's dialogue, so some people who like the story part of a game, there's going to be lots of that for you. And there's like codexes and things like that that you can access. So if you wanted more information on the game and you're really into the story-driven parts of it, you would be able to sort of dive into that and really immerse yourself. But also throughout the game, you're going to find these little crates which are going to give you abilities while you're in here, so that's important not to miss them. There's going to be plants, water coolers, and bodies on the ground, and these are going to also offer upgrades while you're playing, so it's important not to miss those. Teamwork is going to be essential, and as you can see, these blue indicators on the map, that's going to tell you where you need to go next in case you do get lost, as the maps can be quite large. So as you can see, I'm investigating these bodies, finding different little perks and upgrades, but these are all going to be essential because eventually you're going to get to boss fights, and we really didn't get too far in the game, but it sort of felt like that. But I would like to mention that it's important that you have someone almost with you who knows what they're doing, someone who's a little bit experienced, because it can actually be quite challenging to navigate all the different things, as especially the enemies. As I stated before, some of them you require certain guns to kill, and if you don't have that gun, you just won't be able to kill him, so you might be able to bypass it. But occasionally, I'm not quite sure, because we've only made it to the first boss and we died, but you may encounter a boss that's going to require a certain type of gun to kill, and at that point you're going to have a problem. There's a boss in here with me. He killed me. He actually got this little flask he throws, and it's going to explode, and it does quite a bit of damage. It actually killed me here, but I've actually died with way more health. So you got to watch out for him and the thing he throws. You've got bosses with shields, as you can see here in the video. So this guy unfortunately had to do it all by himself, but it's a little bit challenging. Of course, it took him probably 15 minutes just to get the guy killed, because you have to shoot him from behind, and being solo, because the other teammates died, makes it incredibly hard. So that's why teamwork's so important. And as far as some of the other things, teamwork's going to be essential as well, because it's just like I say, if you're playing on a multiplayer mode, everything has more life, more health. So anyway guys, I think that pretty much covers everything you're going to want to know about the game. We're going to keep playing, keep progressing. You're going to need to keep upgrading your character and his arsenal. But that's pretty much it. I think you guys definitely check it out. But we will show you guys our boss encounter, which I thought was actually really cool. And I'm sure the game has a lot more to offer, but once I get a little bit more geared up, and hopefully find other people who know how to play the game. Because if you don't play with people who know how to play, it's going to make your experience a lot less fun and enjoyable, because you're going to be trying to figure out what to do next, or how to kill certain creatures, and the struggle of just trying to stay alive. And you do run out of ammo, so you're going to have to find, I think the ammo crates, you can refill your ammo, it's going to cost credits, so you want to make sure you're contributing to the overall experience, so that way you can contribute to your team. But we're going to show you guys this boss fight, which we thought was really cool. But before we do, we thought we'd show you guys this really interesting part of the game. So each level, I'm sure, is going to have different things you're going to encounter, and in this particular one, it's really weird, right? You've got to sort of jump over the beam, and I didn't really know that in the beginning. So the guy who is experienced and knew, because if you're standing in that laser, it's going to kill you almost instantly, just annihilate you. So you've got to be able to jump around it. And then here's the boss. I like how there's so many different mechanics, and you're going to have to learn them, and so there's a lot of strategy involved, and it's not just one of those, you know, shoot and go. So I thought the boss was really cool. He's got lots of abilities. We've got like these sort of rocks falling from the sky. He's got little minions coming out. He's got some special abilities with launchers, which I was just blasted by. I really thought we were going to get this kill. I really thought we were going to kill him, but unfortunately we weren't able to, as he's quite powerful. But I think that's sort of the design of the game. You just keep playing and keep upgrading your character, so you can progress further into the game and experience new content, which can keep it refreshing. The only, I guess, downside would be that you're going to have to keep replaying the lower level stuff, but you do get a lot of different things you're going to have to collect while you're playing. There's like little tickets and other things. One of the biggest ones, I don't really know what they're called, but they allow you to buy new weapons and upgrade your arsenal and unlock different abilities that are going to help you progress through the game. If you haven't played yet, I definitely recommend it. It's worth the $17, and that's what we think. Legion Looter